Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at time management and how you can beat procrastination with some of the approaches that I'm going to discuss. If this sounds interesting or you want to crush your procrastination in 2021, then let's jump into it. This video is mainly going to focus on the Pomodoro method. However, it's broken down into 3 distinct sections. 1. The Pomodoro Technique. 2. The biology of productivity and time management. And 3. Some alternative time management methods. The Pomodoro Technique, which translates to tomato in Italian, is a time management system developed by Francisco Cirillo in the 1980s. Cirillo's aim was to develop a system which would allow him to study effectively by breaking it into 10-minute sprints. He used a mechanical tomato-shaped timer to help break up these sprints, and thus the Pomodoro method was born. The modern Pomodoro method is quite simple. You do one 25-minute sprint followed by a short 5 to 10 minute break followed by another 25-minute sprint, and thus the cycle continues. There are 6 steps in a modern Pomodoro cycle. 1. Decide on the task that needs to be done. 2. Set the Pomodoro timer, traditionally to 25 minutes. 3. Work on the task. 4. Stop working when the timer rings and put a check mark on a piece of paper. 5. If you have fewer than 4 check marks, take a small break, 3 to 5 minutes, and then return to step 2. Otherwise, continue to step 6. Step 6. After 4 Pomodoros, take a longer break, 15 to 30 minutes. Reset your check mark count to 0 and then go back to step 1. The idea of the system is to encourage focus and eliminate distractions. This approach has helped millions of people worldwide regain their focus and vastly improve the quality of their studies and work. The next question is, what do I need to be able to do the Pomodoro technique? Traditionally, Cirillo encourages people to use a mechanical timer, a pen, and some paper to be able to conduct a Pomodoro session. However, this is a little outdated, and these days there are so many digital alternatives, including the clock app that's on your phone or any kind of Pomodoro style app that you can download from the App Store. Some of the popular apps available include Forest, Flora, and Focus Keeper. However, a massive caveat to using these apps is that you should be putting your phone into airplane mode if possible. This will ensure that you're not going to get distracted by an incoming text or WhatsApp message. If you're working on a laptop and trying to do sprints, it's also best to try and close your emails and minimize all chat boxes to make sure that you're not going to be disturbed. If you're using something like Teams, you can put busy or presenting to stop people from interrupting you during your sprint. Another alternative, of course, is using a combination of the two. So you could use a digital timer, like one of these. You've got your stop button and various other buttons for setting the timer. And of course the benefit being that at the end of the timer, it'll sound a little alarm. Another recommendation that I have is to keep a to-do list, so you know exactly what to focus on during these sprints. The best thing you can do is select one of the things from your to-do list and spend 100% of that time of that Pomodoro sprint on that task with 100% of your focus. If you're interested in a system for this, I did a video detailing my to-do method, of which I use the bullet journal, and that can be found up here. Next, let's look at the biology of productivity and time management. Now, there are 2 systems to be aware of here really. The first is the circadian rhythm. This is the natural ebb and flow that regulates your day and night cycle. But the second system is less known, and it's actually called the ultradian rhythm. This is your natural cycle of focus and rest that happens within a 24-hour period. Your ultradian rhythm affects your biology 24 hours a day, even when you're asleep. This is how your REM cycle is regulated. Your ultradian rhythm determines when in the day you are at your highest point of focus and when your body decides to rest. It's worth noting that everyone's ultradian rhythm is completely different. Some people have higher levels of focus during the morning, dip again at lunch, and rise again in the afternoon. However, others may find that they have lower in the morning and much higher levels of focus in the evenings. It's good to pay attention to these rhythms, because it will allow you to understand exactly when you should be applying the Pomodoro method to make the most out of the high focus times. When you need a break, that's when it's best to step away for a little bit. Part 3. Alternative time management methods. There are some amazing alternatives out there that are very similar to the Pomodoro method that you can apply to really help you with your productivity. However, if you're really struggling and the Pomodoro method or the other systems like it aren't really helping, the next best thing you can do is find an accountability partner. Now, an accountability partner could be someone that you're close to at work or someone close to you at school or university. But in essence, the idea is, particularly in these COVID times, to agree to meet for a set amount of time, jump on a Zoom call with them, make sure the camera and the mic are on, and to work for that set amount of time. Not only will this approach help you focus, but it'll also help your partner focus, and you'll probably find that you both get some of your best work done during this time. Another alternative is using the Study With Me videos that you can find on YouTube. There are hundreds of thousands of them online, but I found Thomas Frank's ones to be particularly useful. What this essentially does is give you this feeling of accountability without someone actually being there. Now, I'd encourage you guys to keep your eyes peeled. I'm planning on uploading a Study With Me video of my own in the next few weeks. So if you're interested, come study with me. In summary then, we looked at a few methods that would help you with your focus and productivity. The Pomodoro method personally works for millions of people, myself included, but I would encourage you to experiment with it and see if you can get along with it as well. Keeping track of your ultradian rhythm is also vital because you'll understand what times of the day you are at your most productive and when you need to step back and have a bit of a rest. Again, this is different for everyone, so make sure that you're experimenting with that as well. Finally, finding an accountability partner can really help you if these methods aren't working. Whether that's asking someone at your university or work to help you, or using a Study With Me video on YouTube. Any of these are fantastic options. At the end of the day though, it's important to remember that no one can stay 100% productive all of the time. Judging yourself by the quality of your work and your commitment to some of these techniques will really damage you long term and can actually lead to burnout. So I'd be careful with it and be kind to yourself, particularly during these times. Okay guys, that's everything from me. If you have any questions or any experiences with any of the methods that I've listed, let me know in the comments below. I'd be really interested in engaging with you guys. And actually, I'd love to hold sort of a Study With Me session live at some point if any of you are interested. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave me a like. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. I upload new videos every Monday at 9 AM. But until next time guys, ta-ra. Thank you. I did need that. Water. Well, that's going in the outtakes. Just died on some water. Yeah, you're really helpful, thanks. What if I died on film?
You've been framed.
You've been framed, yeah, quite. Oh, Jesus. At least you make a couple of $100 out of it.
Yeah, 250.
Oh, that's right. Could buy a Nintendo Switch for that. Hey, fill the void with Animal Crossing.